Welcome to One Brooklyn, presented by Brooklyn Borough President Eric L. Adams. On this edition of One Brooklyn, Brooklyn Borough President Adams and the Brooklyn Arts Council join representatives from small local art organizations from across the borough in announcing $22,500 in Destination Brooklyn mini grants to 15 local arts and cultural organizations to advance the cultural tourism across the borough. This allocation brings the program's total investment to local arts and cultural organizations to more than $125,000 since 2015, and the grant program is now in its fourth year of operation. The announcement took place at the studio space of one of the grant recipients, Cora Dance, a critically acclaimed dance company in Red Hook that offers 5 days a week of pay-what-you-can classes in ballet, composition, hip-hop, modern, and other dance forms.
Cora Dance is an organization that we started as a professional company, and then we opened a school 10 years ago. And from the start, the school was pay what you can. We turn no one away based on what or if they can pay. We do have a lot of other services we call supporting equal arts services. We pick up children from school, we give them their dance wear, we give them their shoes, we feed them every day to try and make it equitable for kids to have a great arts education. I think there's a lot of things that are impediments, more than just the cost of a class, especially for single parent families. I'm a single parent family, and I know things like childcare and having accessibility to picking your kid up, and are they going to a safe space, and are they going to be fed? Those things get in the way of kids having the ability to be able to train as artists. So as we've gone on for the last 10 years as a school, we've grown into, we have about 400 students now, and we now have 3 youth company programs, which performed a little bit today, where we provide deeper training to our most dedicated students. They get in by audition. It's 5th grade through high school, and we help them with applications to performing arts, middle and high schools. We work with their parents one-on-one in learning how to prepare for performance, and we try and really make it so that everybody has a fighting chance for a career in dance. I mean, I think it's critically important. I think it's more, dance teaches more than just, how to do a proper plie. It teaches about community, it teaches discipline. I tell my dancers all the time, when you're on stage, if someone makes a mistake, you have to be a leader in that moment. You have to continue on. You have to ignore what happened in the negative, and you have to be the voice of the positive so that they have someone to turn to. So at any moment, you have to learn how to rely on each other. And I hope that the lessons that happen here go out into the community. This is a place of intersection in Red Hook, which can be very divided. It's a place where all families get to know each other. It's not just unity in the classroom, it's in the waiting room. It's investment of everybody. It's a real ecosystem that I think is very nourishing to the community as a whole, I hope.
Borough President Adams noted the importance of supporting Brooklyn's tourism industry by highlighting the power of arts and culture and attracting visitors from around the globe at a press conference at Cora Dance.
So I am Eric Adams, the Brooklyn Borough President, and I just really want to thank the dancers and the steppers for their interaction. And as you can see, dancing and music has no ethnicity or economics or gender. It's about full participating, and I really enjoy the steppers community, friendship, joy, love, because that's what it's about. It's about how do we use the music and our movement to resonate and cascade love throughout the entire borough, the entire city, and the entire country, particularly down in Washington, D.C. We do this every year. This is the 4th year of operation of giving out these small grants, and we cannot thank Brooklyn Arts Council enough. Their team is just amazing on how they identify and bring in the small organizations to give these seeds money to assist in the advertisement. Anyone would know if you have a small company, being able to send out your information, your mail, and other information, it really goes a long way, and we want to thank them for doing so. We have awarded more than $125,000 to fund, hundreds of thousands of literature and handout and other paraphernalia to assist. And today we're giving $22,000 to 15 local cultural institutions. Everyone from Arts Kiwanis, Brooklyn Raga Massive Coalition to Preserve Reggae Music, Continuum Cultural and Arts Incorporation, and some of the dancers you saw today from Cora Dance, 5 Miles, Jack, Metropolitan Music Community, NARS Foundation, Regina Opera Company, Tiffany Mills Company, and just a few more. So it is our way of giving back and using small allocations to do big things. And so these funds specifically support expenses incurred in the development, production, and distribution of promotional materials for the particular organizations that you see here in front of us. And so we want to thank you, dancers. Dollars well spent. I was sharing with everyone that when I was a child, I used to do tap, tap, and modern, so I had a few moves myself, and I just really enjoyed both of your presentations and just being able to step in unison. It's about coming together with your individuality, but how do we make a whole? And you were right on point with your initiative, and I thank you so much for it. So we want to bring on some of our partners, Charlotte, Executive Director of Brooklyn Arts Council. Then we're going to have Ayappa Wells, Director of Program and Strategy, Brooklyn Arts Council, and then Seema Pandya. Seema's here? Okay, Seema Pandya from Brooklyn Raga Massive. Okay, in that order.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much. Yeah. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming out to Cora Dance. Thank you, dancers, and all the artists who have joined us today. I'm Charlotte Cohen. I'm the Executive Director of Brooklyn Arts Council, and we're proud to be able to stand here alongside Borough President Adams to recognize today's 15 Destination Brooklyn grantees. It's partnerships like this one with the Borough President's Office and NYC and Company Foundation that create our thriving Brooklyn communities and make them healthy and vibrant. Thanks to this collaboration, we're thrilled to be able to provide much needed marketing and promotional support to locally based arts organizations, and this is the 4th year in a row, as Borough President Adams noted. One thing we hear in our on-the-ground conversations is that people are hungry to know about the opportunities that exist to experience arts in their own neighborhoods. So Destination Brooklyn grants enable these arts organizations to produce the promotional materials necessary to encourage participation in the arts locally. I just got back from Hong Kong. I was speaking at a conference on public art, and I can tell you that people there are interested in what's happening here, right here in Red Hook, right? I can assure you that they're paying attention. So what happens here in Brooklyn impacts the cultural sphere on a much larger basis, and we're part of that. I don't need to tell anyone in this room about the remarkable growth in tourism in Brooklyn that we've witnessed, and it's exhilarating to be part of that, but it reminds us that we do need to invest in supporting the work of our locally based organizations so that they too can reach those who want to experience the best of what we all have to offer and in the arts and culture arena. So we look forward to the work that everyone here will produce with the funding from this great granting opportunity that we have. And I hope that we'll see you all on March 21st at Borough Hall when Borough President Adams hosts us for our grant celebration with all of our grantees also from the city and state, as well as for Destination Brooklyn. I want to extend my thanks to the staff of Brooklyn Arts Council and to the Borough President's staff. It's such a joy to work with you and all of your folks as well. And now Ayappa Wells, BAC's Director of Program and Strategy, will say a few words. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Borough President.
Thank you.
Again, my name is Ayappa Wells, Director of Programs and Strategy at the Brooklyn Arts Council. I really consider myself very fortunate. I, too, was a young dancer, started at age 2. I won't tell my age, but I know the kind of discipline and the kind of work that goes into being an artist, and I was able to graduate from college and get a master's degree and so forth. So even though people say that you're a dancer, there's a certain kind of discipline and a level of rigor that's required that can extend to academics and more and beyond. So I'd like to also say that, as Charlotte said, the support enabled by these Destination Brooklyn grants is key to allowing our smaller arts groups to effectively market and promote their work via print collateral. At a time when the status of the future of the National Endowment for the Arts is yet again up in the air, Brooklyn Arts Council stresses the importance of collaborative partnerships, just like the one we have here with the Borough President and NYC & Co. And it enables our artists to promote their work, fueling local tourism and improving the quality of life for all Brooklynites. Brooklyn's arts and artists make our community stronger and are essential to building the rich cultural diversity so unique to our borough. Everyone in this room should feel proud of their contributions to our creative economy, and we at the Brooklyn Arts Council are very, very proud to be a part, to lend our support to make your work, everyone here, more visible and accessible. So thank you, Cora Dance. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Borough President, for being here today, and to our fantastic, wonderful youth dancers for sharing your artistry, and keep on moving on.
That's right.
Thank you.
Seema?
On behalf of the Brooklyn Raga Massive, I just want to say a huge thank you to the Brooklyn Borough President and to Brooklyn Arts Council. My name is Seema Pandya. I'm Executive Director of the Brooklyn Raga Massive. Our mission, we are a small arts and music cooperative, mainly made up of about 30 musicians based and steeped in classical Indian music and also making cross-cultural connections with contemporary music. So I think I can, speak for most of our the other awardees here, how important even the smallest seed money makes in an arts organization like this. We're a young 501c3. We started in 2015. The Brooklyn Arts Council was the first place that we ever applied for a grant. We were not organized, we didn't have our fundraising organized enough, and the rigor and support that we received from the Brooklyn Arts Council back in 2015 helped us pave the way to becoming, and we're still trying, but to becoming a sustainable local arts organization. So without this support, we really couldn't have done it. Not only because of the seed money, but from the supportive staff. I remember meeting directly with Christopher Mule from the Brooklyn Arts Council, who pulled us aside, talked to us about ways that we could improve the way we expanded our reach, and that kind of support really makes a difference. Specifically with Destination Brooklyn being a grant that helps us get the word out there, it's not just about bringing more bodies into the seats to see the work. That is a big part of it, but it is also making the art that we all put our hearts and souls into more visible. Like it was said earlier, Brooklyn is a megaphone of culture going out to the rest of the world, and Brooklyn Raga Massive has actually even been able to collaborate with musicians from other musical genres because they've heard of us, and they've only heard of us because we've been able to get our word and our promo out. So again, a big thank you to Brooklyn Arts Council for really helping us become sustainable.
And our last speaker, director and founder of Cora Dance.
I just want to say I got an opportunity to speak at the beginning, but I want to thank the Brooklyn Arts Council, the Brooklyn Borough President's Office, Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams, all of the dancers, and one of the things that I feel like is really special about Cora and Brooklyn and Red Hook specifically is that it really is a family affair. I feel like that Cora is a family, and I feel like as I hear all of these other grantees speaking, and art really, they're inspiring their communities to create little families all the time, and particularly in Red Hook, where we have such a large population, where there's such a digital divide. This grant has been so meaningful to us to be able to reach into the community and to hear back from the community. And we have parents here today, and I want to thank them so much for their involvement and investment in Cora, and Cora being able to give that back. And we couldn't do that without grants like the Brooklyn Arts Council. I think every 501c3 knows it's a patchwork quilt of support, and it takes every voice, and it takes every body, and it takes all kinds of giving. And this year in particular, the Brooklyn Arts Council is supporting us having our materials printed in Spanish, and that's really impacting a large part of this community that has not been reached before in the same way. And so we really want to thank you for being sensitive to that and supporting that, and for just being here to share time with us. We hope you come back. I do have to plug the Red Hook Community Prom. It's a pay what you can 80s high school throwback prom for grown-ups on June the 2nd, and it raises money for our scholarship program. So it's our 20-year kickoff party. We hope you come and dance with us. And thank you so much for your investment in artists. They really do make Brooklyn what it is. So thank you so much.
That concludes this edition of One Brooklyn, presented by Brooklyn Borough President Eric L. Adams. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. We leave you now with some more of the dancers from Cora Dance. Thanks for watching.
Community, friendship, community, friendship.